Hi, my name is John Kenworthy, and I'd like to talk to you about my typical client because I think they're a lot like you. When they got involved in IT in the early years, people really respected the IT specialist because prior to that they were swamped, completely and utterly swamped by volumes of memos of different colours. CC was often green or red, urgent was yellow, and so on and so forth. So the IT geek who worked out a solution hidden in their cubicle was seen as a kind of hero. They worked out on their own, sat there trying to understand what the business required and providing you with a solution. The trouble is, as IT progressed and became better, faster, more and more complex, when you needed to explain to other people what they needed to do in order to make things work, they simply didn't get it. They just don't speak computerese. This becomes frustrating for the IT manager who is trying to explain what it is that needs to be understood. Like me, I'm sure many of you have resorted to the old Control-Alt-Delete, or have you tried switching the power on? Because there are times when it seems that people simply don't get it. And it's not because they're particularly stupid. It's simply that they don't speak the same language. They don't understand IT. So what do you do about it? Well, nowadays, much of the problem has been exacerbated because the bright people who run the business have more difficulty understanding the intricacies of what they're actually asking people for. They find out that it's available on their iPad by the click of a button or an icon, and they expect that to be very simple. So somebody else has got it, so why can't you do it? They've gone and bought themselves a nice shiny new iPad 2 for Christmas, and why haven't you created an app specifically for them? Amongst many other bright ideas. And you're left trying to explain to people that really it just ain't that simple. It's not a case of just understanding that yes, you can create a pretty icon and make things happen on the iPad. There's a lot more involved, but they don't understand things like processor load, they don't understand cloud computing and firewalls, interfacing, legacy systems, and so on and so forth. So it becomes increasingly difficult for the IT manager to be able to communicate effectively with the business people. But it just ain't that simple. And it's frustrating. Sometimes it's a case of you just feel like giving up. You want to surrender. Forget all about trying to communicate with these people. If they don't get it, well, that's their problem. So what you want to do is wave your white flag and feel like giving up. So what do? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to study them in their context, their environment. Put on your white coat, get a pencil and paper out, and observe what they really are like, how they talk, what's important to them, what do they do at the weekend. What you're trying to do is you're trying to learn their language, just as you would if you were going to a foreign country where you didn't speak the language, that in order to communicate with them, you understand completely that what you've got to do is you've got to learn their language and speak in their language. So socialize with the business people, understand what drives them, what they need to be doing, what's important to them. Go to the water cooler, chat with people, see what is important for them and understand how you can add value. Difficult? Yeah. Time consuming? Yes. But the key is you've got to learn their language. Why? Because you need to influence them. They need to know you, like you, and trust you. And let's face it, business people aren't going to learn geek speak quickly. However, you can. You already understand the computing systems. You already understand the intricacies of the IT and how it supports the business. Learning the business is comparatively really easy. Take some time, understand how the business operates, understand how they speak, how to communicate with them, and you will be able to influence them. And, like many of my clients, overcome the big hurdles of frustration. Get away from the feeling of giving up. Because, yeah, you and I know that it ain't really that simple. Actually, it's incredibly complex, and IT is so important these days to the business. But they're not going to understand it. It's your job to learn how to speak to them in a way that they understand, and to do that, learn their language and influence them. I hope you've enjoyed this short session. Drop a comment down below and get in touch with me. I'd love to help you.